Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Handbags, Manbags, Bumbags podcast. It's been a little bit of a while since we've done one of these. Well, I say a little while, 2 weeks. Last week we didn't do one for obvious reasons, which you will see in this episode. But a couple of points before we do get into the episode. First of all, I'd just like to point out that Sean Dyche is the best Premier League manager of all time. He is the GOAT, no question about that. That's in memory of Jake. And secondly, just rest in peace Shane Warne, one of the greatest leg spin bowlers of all time, tragically taken far too soon. But that's not really what we're going to be doing this episode about, and it's far from what this episode's about. Cue Rob.
Hello. Wait till I got to the mic. So, you might have worked out now you've seen
Put
this.
your fucking headphones on.
Oh, fuck me. You might have worked out now why we didn't do one last week, because I might have been somewhere else. Notably, from the title and the fact I looked like a twat for the second time on the internet with this, I was in the most recent SIDEMEN Sunday.
Yes, you were embarrassing yourselves in front of an audience of about 5 million people. But, oh well.
I don't know if it's quite... I probably will hit 5 mil. I don't know.
Well,
2.4 so far, as of day of recording, but this is going to go out... It's not even been 24 hours yet when this has gone out, so 2.4 million people have seen me dressed as mustard. And
it depends on when I decide to upload this as well, which could be never. But, oh well. I'll make every effort I can to try and get this uploaded. But, yeah, Rob was in a SIDEMEN shoot. As you can see from the title, it was the Fan Challenges one. Won a bit of money, won some appliances for everyday use.
Yeah.
But
so I thought it'd be quite fun to just do a podcast speaking about it from how I experienced the day. You know? It
doesn't really fit in with our sports remit, but we'll allow an exception for 1 week because views in it. It's just views.
Yeah, so I thought it'd be quite fun as well, because obviously there'll be people out there wondering, other fans of the SIDEMEN, like obviously very little amount of fans have been lucky enough to be in a video, and so I thought I'd talk about what I was like there, and basically say as much as I can about breaching, without getting me sued.
Yeah.
I can't cross without crossing the line, and then because I don't want the SIDEMEN's legal team on me, because that would be absolute. It's
just out the window. There goes your free Side Plus membership for the year.
Absolute curtains that'd have been. All right, so what do you want to start with? Shall I start with how the hell I got there in the first place?
You might as well. I mean, this is all about you, really, talking about your experiences. I'm just here as an adjudicator, essentially.
Fair enough, mate. Well, how I got in is, well, first of all, I am a member of Side Plus. Obviously, if you're fans of the SIDEMEN, you'll know what Side Plus is. In the Discord server for that, they just randomly decided they threw in a competition one day. Literally just had to pick me in a channel on the Discord server, and they picked 2 people randomly, and I was lucky enough to be one of them. And then got a message saying that we're doing filming on 28th of February in London. Here's the place, here's the time. Can you get them down? And I was like, obviously I can. Went straight down, sacked this podcast off last week, and then they bottled it without me.
It's Jake's fault.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, that's the only. I thought I had to weigh it up. I was like, oh, do I record an episode of the podcast, or do I go film with the SIDEMEN?
I know where I'd rather be.
Yeah,
here.
Of course you would. Yeah, and I felt the opposite. So I went and filmed. I went down to London. I was there for about 5 hours or so, I think. Well,
you left. What? You're on a 9 a.m. train.
I was up early doors for the train. Yeah. But I arrived at the studio. I was there at the studio for about 5 hours. We had the mics live for about 3.5 hours. Probably got about 2 hours of footage, and then edited down into a 55-minute video for everyone to enjoy, or hopefully enjoy.
Nah, no chance.
Yeah, not if I'm in it. Yeah, but yeah, I think it was just such a weird experience being there, really.
It is a different experience, because you often see behind the camera, from the YouTube's perspective, what would it like actually being there filming, because we do see a lot of the behind the scenes videos.
You don't, it's hard, it's easier to appreciate now, having been there, like what goes behind the, like when you see the ones that are like, people be like, oh, they're boring, and some videos, oh, this was a shit house video.
Yeah.
They couldn't, obviously you didn't have ideas, this wasn't up to the usual standard, but you realise now, like how much goes on behind the scenes, even for the ones that seem basic concepts like a mukbang. having seen the amount of people they had running, obviously this was a bit more complicated with there being 8 or 9 different challenges to try and factor in one day, which I will say right from the off, that was really well. Shout out to all the crew and everyone behind the scenes there. It was really well put together, and Toby, it was his video, he sorted everything out. It was really well done from everyone behind the scenes there. But I think I appreciate it more. And I don't think now, like watching other videos, now I've seen the other side of it, like I won't be able to see them quite the same now, because I'll be imagining, like, when you see the bits of them not all going to camera, I've now seen the other side where you've got four camera guys, big lights shining in your face, and everyone zooming in on you. It's strange. It was so strange being on that side of things, but an unbelievable opportunity, really.
Yeah, just talk us a bit through your day then, and how it all worked out essentially.
That's it. Well, I got there about mid. We needed to get to the studio about 1 o'clock, I think, roughly. We hung around took about an hour or so for them to finish setting up. So I just met the other guys. So I forgot to say before, I brought my mate Ben as my +1. It was then the other guys there. We had the other competition winner was Mason, who was from the red team, and he brought Natasha, who is +1. So they were the red team with JJ, Simon. We had Josh and Vic with us on the yellow team. Hence I look like a twat in mustard, and for some reason I decided to put it on again because it's funny. And then the blue team was Terrence, who didn't win the competition, but he committed to the next level, Terrence, because he has a Side Plus tattoo, which had been featured on, I think, on Side Plus a couple of times beforehand. So he got rewarded by coming down and being in the video for unbelievable support. And he brought his brother Adam down with him, and they were the blue team alongside Harry and Ethan. And I'll say a lot of comments I've seen scrolling through the video, because I'm a sadder, I want to see what people thought of me. There's been multiple comparisons of Adam to Doctor Strange, which I didn't spot myself on the day, but I now think is quite funny. But yeah, so I got there, so just chatted to them guys for an hour or so, really. Had a couple of the crew come down. Toby came in, said a quick hi to everyone, and then got to like sort of roughly 2 o'clock sort of time. We've been there a little while just chatting, and then they sent the boys in. We met them because they turned up after us. Just had a quick hello with them. You'll see it on the BTS on Side Plus. They see where they all came in. We spoke to them. Bez pulls his trousers down after about 10 seconds to show off his tattoo. So strange introduction Typical. There. Harry mentioned a bomb threat as well, like it was nothing. Just casually walked in a couple of minutes after the other lot and went, "There's a bomb threat in my building." Anyway, where's the toilets, lads? So, all right, yeah, we'll pretend that was normal. And then then we started filming. We did the 8 challenges and then the little thing at the end with the briefcases. Then we did a quick interview to round it off, which I've seen seems to have a very wholesome feel to it, of what I've seen the feedback is. And then hung around for another 20 minutes, half an hour, and then had to go, and then went off home for the day. And at the end of the day, had to get
the shithole.
Yeah, had to get the train back and come back to Stoke, and then just do 4 days of a normal week, like with lectures and stuff. That was just a normal thing to do on a Monday. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously, because obviously you were supposed to be in a lecturer Monday morning and stuff. But I did. To be fair, I didn't miss the lecture. No. I joined it from a train on awful train Wi-Fi, but I made it. At least I tried.
Yeah. At least you give it a go try and get in.
Commitment.
But yeah, it's obviously it's going to be a different podcast episode this week with Rob obviously talking about his SIDEMEN experiences and stuff. But just the general feel of the day, it's obviously going to be a good feel, isn't it? But just obviously from seeing them online, are they different in person to, would you say, online?
Absolutely not. There is barely any difference between the cameras on and cameras off. It was just the usual chaos you'd expect and you see on the camera. I mean, you've already told you straight away, like, if you watch the BTS, you'll see how they first came in when they saw us then. I suppose that technically was on camera because BTS was there, but they come in shouting, screaming. Bez has his trousers down for straight away. I think it was quite awkward a lot of the time because we were all kind of sitting there like, what the fuck is happening? But I think one thing I want to say, obviously I've looked through the comments and stuff. Like I said, I'm a sadder. I want to see if people like me or not, but... Well, I did say there's a lot of comments rightly saying that it was a really awkward feel, but to try and give a bit of context behind that, is that none of us had any idea what we were doing. We were just told, come here at this time. We didn't even know if the Sidemen would be there. All we knew it was something Side Plus related, because that's what the competition was for. Come here at this time, and you'll be on camera. And then people were walking past. You can see there was a lot going on in the video, as you'll see if you've watched it, all the different challenges and stuff. So with people, we were just shut away in a room on the second floor, left to our own devices chatting to each other, as people just casually kept walking past of all these different things. Like we saw footballs go past, we saw some inflatable stuff go past, we saw a bunch of clothes go past, which would make quite a lot of it was women's clothing. Someone came in and were like, "Are you guys all right with drinking? Is anyone teetotal or anything? Or are you happy to do?" So we were trying to piece together, because we had no details. We were just like, "What the fuck is this video?" And then someone came and BTS came around and tried to tell us it was naked wrestling at one point as well, which is quite funny. But so we were all naturally we were nervous anyway, because obviously we've watched them for years and we're now going to be there in a video. We're also very aware that millions of people are going to see it, and we're probably going to, and given all the stuff we've seen going past, we're probably going to make twats of ourselves. But it was a laugh, wasn't it? So we sent it. But so all these different things we're trying to piece together. So we're then making ourselves more nervous at this point, trying to work out what the video is and what we might be doing. So that'll be why it was generally very awkward, especially the start. You can see the start. I mean, I fucking cringe watching back me at the start. I'm standing there, my shoulders like this, arms down by my side. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I struggled to watch that bit back. But hopefully, you'll see as the day went on, things got more. Like once we had more conversations and that, things just felt a bit more normal by the end of it. But at the start, particularly, it was quite awkward for. We were also trying as well, because obviously it's going to be seen by millions of people, so you got to have in your mind how you're going to come across. Like you don't want to try and force, because there's nothing worse than trying to be funny and getting it wrong. So we were all very cautious. We didn't want to oversend it and be really confident and cocky, because if we don't get the laughs, then obviously, plus I mean, no offense to people watching this, but obviously as you can tell from previous videos, so people like Callux in particular have had responses when they've gone into a video like that. The Sidemen, I suppose I'll go the word stands rather than fans. People can be particularly harsh if they don't like your performance in a video, and we all knew that. So we'd rather from our point of view, you don't want to be that guy, because you don't it's meant to be a bit of fun. So you didn't want to come out of it with 100 negative messages saying you're horrible and you think you're really funny, you ruin the video. So we all played it a bit safe, I think it's fair to say. Yeah. But hopefully I've given a bit more context behind that from our point of view now. But I agree, I can't argue the point that it was awkward, because it was.
Yeah, well, one thing that intrigued me is obviously you mentioned that there was there was obviously the drinking section as well with the obstacle course thingy. So you were obviously given the choice whether to have alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I presume you went alcoholic.
Yes.
What was the drink?
The relay thing, there was options of, there was WKD, Malibu and Coke, or something I still don't know what it was. No, I don't think we ever found out. So we dodged that one because we didn't know what it was.
It's probably a dirty pint knowing that.
Maybe, yeah. So I went for the WKD with that one. Fucking shambles, as my performance in the video as a whole, and from the challenge side of things. I just shambles, was slow, spilt half of it down myself. And then later on we did the boat race. We had to do the shot and flip a cup. There was 2 non-alcoholic there, 2 alcoholic. So we had Ben and Vic did the non-alcoholic, which I think were Fanta, they said, and Josh had to do Malibu, Coke, and I had to do apple sours and gin.
Interesting. Interesting indeed.
Yeah, but I suppose I might as well run through the challenges.
Yeah.
Well, let's run through the video. First of all, we got there, found out our teams, picked an outfit. So you might be surprised to know this was my choice. Yep. There was a table full of all sorts of stuff, and I thought, we're same as everybody did. We thought, we're here, you're gonna full send it. We can't half-arse it. We're not gonna get a chance to be in another Sidemen video. So I thought, what is just the stupidest, funniest outfit? And then I saw a bit of mustard, and then someone passed me this hat. Don't know where it came from, and I went, sod it, that will do as well. So we did that. Then the first challenge was the ball, which I didn't actually do. I originally put myself forward for the ball, but we were then told it was going to be me and Ben, but we were told it needed to be one side man, one fan, so I let Ben do it. Ben and Vic, we got we came second on there, didn't we? It wasn't a bad showing from them two, to be fair. It's just bloody Simon's good at everything, isn't he? So he beat everyone on his own. Although we said it in the video. I don't know if it was picked up properly on the cameras or not. But I'm holding to this now, and I'm calling you out on this, Simon. If you somehow watch this, he had an easier ride. I'm saying he. Admittedly, he probably would have beat people anyway. But you look at the difference and how fast it spun between, particularly Vic and Bez's goes between Simon's. I think there's something dodgy going on there. I think the ball hadn't woken up properly. I don't know. We called it out in the video as well. There's something going on there, but it's a bit late to change it now. I'm not over it yet. So they did all right in that, to be fair to them. It's just like I say, Simon smashed it. Can't really say much more about that one because I didn't have a go at it. The relay, that was a fucking shambles on my part. Again, Vic did really well. Vic was all right. But realistically, if you've seen it, you'll know that it was on the ring toss. So you had to do press-ups, then ring toss, then down a drink, then someone had to run 10 foot. So realistically, it was who could do the ring toss the quickest, and the blue team won that one because Adam smashed it and done it in 3. Josh took a little while. Technically, I'll admit it was a poor. You can see from the close-up, it's all dribbling down there on the alien suit as well. It's a fucking poor performance for me. Considering my first proper involvement in the video is to say that I'm only good at drinking, then to drop a shit show. But I'm going to say that one, like I said, technically was down to ring toss, and Josh took quite a lot longer than Adam. So it's a combination of all of us there, but. We came second. Then we played with the narrative the rest of the day that we were the team. We were the average team or the mediocre team. We weren't winning money, but we weren't dropping terrible performances. We were just bang average. What was next? Oh, the next was, I don't know what it's called. It's like, was it Batak or something like that? The reaction test. We hit the buttons like that.
Yeah,
like that. Josh absolutely smashed that one out of the park. Fair play to him. It was basically it was going to be me.
The old man's got good reactions.
Yeah, he's a gamer and he's got them quick reactions. Years of Call of Duty have benefited him. Well, I was going to say better for him in some way, but it's also made his career. So he's done. He absolutely smashed it. It was down to me or Josh because Ben and Vic did the bull. So it was going to be. One of us was going to do the thing with the balls in the machine, and one of us was going to do this. And so we put forward Josh. And made that the right decision because there was no way I was going to get 37 to win that. We were helped out. So Harry did all right, to be fair. He lost it in the middle a bit. JJ, absolute shambles. He went in really confident. With like, you guys are standing too close. You should stand further away and jump into it, and jump into each one. And then he lost. And so Josh pulled that one out of the bag. Well, what's funny with that one is that talking about the difference between cameras on and off, everybody smashed it when the camera was off. You saw it a bit in the BTS. Like, JJ had a go without doing his stupid little jump forward and just trying to do peripherals. He smashed it. Simon got 45, just naturally, because, again, Simon's good at everything, and I said that to him when he finished it. The world record is 56, and Simon got 45 when he was ill and had joint pain. So, because he's got such a tall frame. Josh beat his own score off camera as well. I think pretty much everybody got. I think everyone who had a go off camera beat the winning score in the video. But I wasn't complaining because that got us on the board, even though my contribution was still nothing. At that point, Josh was the only one to do anything. And then this is where it was my moment. This is probably where the majority of reaction for me about me in the video has come. Because it was also happened to be the preview clip they've put on social media. It was me in the machine, the wind machine thing, with the balls going around, and yes, I touched Uncle's balls. How it worked, there was black ones in there worth 1 point, green ones in there worth 2 points, and there's 2 white ones. You touched them, you're disqualified. And what did I do? I got disqualified. Absolute shambles.
Deary me.
But in fairness, what I will say is Adam beat me anyway without getting disqualified. So I got disqualified from second, so knocked down to third. But it is so much harder than you'd think. Like, I was quite confident. Then I saw Natasha do it, and she really struggled. And then I was like, okay, maybe this is harder than I thought. Then I had a go. First 10 seconds, I just dropped every single ball I caught. Like, trying to hold on. People don't realise. I saw people in the comments saying, like, surely, like, you had hats on. Why didn't you do it in the hats? Like, you literally couldn't hold anything. Yeah. The wind was blowing it out. If I had my hat out like this, then they'd have all blown out of the hat. I'd have to literally just grip the hat like that. Then I wouldn't have had any hands left to go and catch them all. That was the issue for me. I think the first 10 seconds I caught like 5 or 6 and dropped 3 or 4 of them. Because I was trying to work out how to hold them. It took me too long to do that. Then I got on a really nice rhythm. I was just picking everything out, holding it all together. But then when one of my big fat handfuls I took had the white one on it, didn't it? So I realised what I'd done, tried to just discreetly drop it, but obviously everything's on camera. I got caught. JJ in particular ran straight up to the glass to have a go. And yeah, I got caught. You can see the video. You see in the clip on Twitter, you can see JJ Simon go mental, and it just cuts to my team with their head in their hands, so they know I've just thrown away £1,000. But yeah, but I think I handled the situation quite well. I think I almost tried to get away with it. What was cut from the video actually? When it comes out, I come out and go. Ben says to me like, I don't think you held it for that long, that'll be fine. I went, yeah, I just batted it away as a joke, and then Josh just gives it away and goes, no, you grabbed it like that. And I said to him then, but they cut this bit out, I tapped him on the back, I was like, not on camera, Josh. Don't admit it. We've got a chance here. Yeah, that was basically my biggest involvement, and I let it down. But I think I turned it around quite well with the interview. I thought I made it quite funny, just joking, like, just saying I couldn't help myself. There was right there. Yeah. What was the next one? That was a chair game. Again, I didn't do that one, but Ben smashed it. Somehow managed to. It was so funny to watch on the TV, that one, just seeing people wandering around, because obviously you can see the chair and they can't.
Yeah.
Obviously Ben and Mason bumped into each other, and then in the process of that, they managed to work out they were at the chair both, and then they kind of both went on the way down. Ben just full sent Mason. You can see Mason started to go down a bit slowly, whereas Ben just sent it and just like, the chair's here somewhere. I just hope I'm in the right place, and he found it. That's £500. So then that's now 2 of the team that contributed. Me and Vic were still struggling. Then they sent the Sidemen in, then obviously that was funny. It was hilarious to watch them 3, because they were just batting each other out of the way. They did not give 2 shites. It was hilarious. The sitting out in the other room with the reactions of everyone was just insane. They're so funny. And then we went up. Then we did then there was the thing with the clothes. We were adamant that it was going to be put on as many clothes as you can. We were so confident. So we put Vic forward for that. We're like, he asked for a volunteer, and we'd already agreed that Vic can do it because we reckon he had the speed. It was going to be Vic or me. And we were like, well, you're going to be better at putting clothes on quicker than me. We'll send the whole thing forward. Then it turns out you were rummaging through the pockets trying to find a card, so either of us could have done it, really. But we really like hyped Vic up. We were really bigging him up, saying he'll be perfect for this. He'll get loads of clothes on in enough time. He'll smash this challenge. And it turns out he was just searching through pockets for a credit card. He knows where the money is, though, Vic Star. He knows how to make the bread. So, unfortunately, Simon won that, because as usual, Simon's good at everything, and realistically, if Simon goes forward for something, he's going to win it. Unfortunately for us, but it worked out. Then we did the boat race, which I spoke about. We go down a drink, flip a cup. That's a hell of a bottle from the red team, by the way.
Big bottle job.
I'm sorry. I mean, Mason, you done all right in the end, mate. You did really well for all your prizes, but you did bottle that one, you have to admit.
That's a big bottling.
Well, I didn't even know this. A lot of the comments pointed at this. I didn't know this until I read the comments and watched the video. I didn't know Natasha cheated. I genuinely thought, I was like, oh my god, red team is smashing this. Watched the video, didn't notice it. Check the comments, go back, she just picks it up. I didn't even notice. None of us noticed on the day, and I watched the video and didn't realise. The comments found that one for me, so not that it mattered, obviously they bottled it anyway, but. And the blue team nabbed that one. Again, Josh was literally, I think Josh landed it the next go after Harry won it, I think. We were that close. But I can't believe I didn't notice that. That was so funny, like reading. It's so funny, like I was there for that long, and I was still finding things in the edit and in the comments that like I didn't notice happened or forgot happened, which I thought was really interesting for me. Well, I didn't know that, but obviously it didn't matter anyway. It's not like they nabbed they didn't win anyway. But I can't believe no one noticed that. I can't. I still, it was so weird. It's quite funny seeing so many of the comments when you're looking through the comments like about us. If you mention of the fans is pretty much it is like 50-50. It's either Adam looks like Doctor Strange or Benedict Cumberbatch or Natasha cheated. They're pretty much all the comments about one of us 6. Then we did the beer pong thing, and I finally turned up.
Yep.
This was probably about, like I said, we were with the mics on for about 3.5 hours. So it's probably like 3 hours into this. I finally decided to turn up. I went first, and I said to the team, I need to I can't have no contribution in this video. I need to clutch up. I can't embarrass myself like this. And then I missed. So then Josh shouted at me, and I let the side down. But we cycled back around, had another go, and I smashed it that time, didn't I? There's my contribution, 500 quid in the bank. Thank you much. We were actually really good at this. I mean, JJ somehow managed to land 2 trick shots to win a PS5.
It's JJ, innit?
Yeah. So he won a PS5 by doing a no-look, which was mental. Me and it's quite funny as well, the difference between, if you look at the difference, me and Harry both won 500 quid. And he was like, And we were like, what's, trying to work out what it was. And he was like, 500 quid, were you not happy with that? And then I was just like, oh yeah, take that, 500 quid, lovely job. The difference in the reactions, because he obviously has a lot more money than I do.
Yes. Student life.
Yep. What else was it going to be? Oh yeah, we were actually really good at that, because there was 6 buckets and we got 3 of them. So we got half of them. So then Vic how the hell Vic's went in, I don't know. It bounced about 15 times, but I'm not complaining. And he completely baited us as well. He did a whole thing about like looking really disappointed, and then I even asked to switch the bucket. So we were like, oh god, what forfeit has he done? I can't believe we've done all this and we got bloody forfeit. He proper good acting from Vic. Then he just whips it around and it's a brand new phone. We were like, what? Oh, you're like, oh no.
See, that's what them lot are good at, though.
Yeah, we were genuinely so like we'd given up hope because he was that believable. We were like, oh, I can't believe. We were finally getting excited that we might be making a comeback. We were dead last in the video, and then we thought it was a forfeit. But he done well there to hide that, and then I let Ben take that one away because we had a conversation about it, and we decided that he'd get better use out of that than me, so I let him have that one. It also makes me look quite good on camera that bit. I didn't realise they were filming that bit. I thought we were just chatting, but it turns out they filmed it, so it's now me looking really nice and humble in the video.
What a bloke.
What else want it in? Oh yeah, then obviously JJ got it in again with another trick shot. So we got the opportunity, but that was a forfeit, which meant we got the opportunity to red arse him. And once again, I dropped a howler, didn't I?
Fucking missed.
I didn't miss.
Well, no, you didn't miss.
I hit his ankles.
Yeah.
That's my biggest issue of today. Is that I had the opportunity, like I was about 2 yards away. I had the opportunity to put KSI on the floor, and I missed, and I bottled it. Although it was quite funny watching them as well.
You just tried to absolutely blast it.
That's what I did. I was trying so hard to blast it, I just completely hit the ball and just like I hit the top of it and it just kind of trickled towards his ankles. I kind of didn't think about actually hitting the ball. I was just like, I've got to fucking twat this as hard as I can because I'm a sicko. So I was like, I want this to hurt because this will be an unreal clip. And what did I do? Completely hit it, bounced off his ankles, didn't feel anything. Massive opportunity missed from me. But I was quite. And Toby did a clean hit on him, although we were all panicking because I don't know if you saw it properly in the video, but it bounces off his arse and literally misses the electrics panel by like 2 inches. So we were all like, "Oh God," because that could have done some. Simon, I think I said it in the video, didn't I? One of the things I said, I thought Simon's was going through the wall. If that would have killed if that hit. It was the power on that. He hit it too hard in the end, but like if that hit, he was done. JJ was done if that hit. Like, I'm surprised. I generally thought there was going to be a dent in the wall or something from that. Then they thought the electrics were going to go. Oh, it was random. Then obviously we got another one in, and we were celebrating. But by this point, the rest of the sidemen, apart from our team, had worked out the only thing left was neck slaps. So they baited Josh into giving it a go. Hence why that's also why Toby picked up the ball and threw it in, because. Well, you didn't see in the video, they cut out a lot of attempts. We probably between the, how many was there, 12? We probably had about 25 attempts. We had about 2 goes each to hit this last one. We couldn't bloody get it in. The last one was just too difficult. We had so many goes, they cut it from the video. So then Toby picked up and just threw it in on Bez's go, thinking it'd be funny. And then it bounced back out, so we had to do that. But then the rest of the boys had worked out by then that they knew that one of them was neck slaps, and that was the only thing. The law of averages, what hadn't come out yet, neck slaps. So they baited Josh I don't know if he did get paid in the end, but they baited Josh to, if he gets it in, he gets 20 quid. And he got it in, and then he got next slap. And the connection from Adam, oh my God, in the room, like you can hear it on the video as well, but in the room, that was so loud. Genuinely, that was like...
Surely the mics would have picked it up though, pretty clearly.
Literally in the you can see the slow-mo if you see the slow-mo on the BTS, you can literally see me and Vic, like you can see my I'll literally go like it was so loud, like so clean. It was unbelievable, the slap. It was literally like he'd slapped, like, considering that it was I was thinking it was 4 fingers on the back of the neck. It was literally like he'd slapped him across the face. It was such a clean connection. Like, we were actually asked as well. We were actually told that one of us should go and slap him as well. But we made a unanimous decision, me, Ben, and Vic, that we'd get Toby to do it for us. We didn't want to slap our own teammate. We decided that me and Ben said we weren't going to do it, and then it was basically down to, did Vic fancy it, or was he happy for Toby to do it? So we sent Toby to do it for us. He went a bit soft on him, to be fair, but we would have done if they made us do it. We would have half-arsed it, because we don't want to injure our own teammate, because we bonded quite well throughout the day, I thought.
Yeah, I think that was quite visible on camera.
Yeah. It went, so we didn't feel like letting that down, but honestly, the funny thing is as well, is that Mason's slap wasn't even bad. Like, Mason's hit was clean, but compared to Adam's, bloody hell. He both realised, they said on the day, that they said to the boys on the video, you're never going to get a chance to hit Zerka again. And fuck me, did they take it. Bloody hell, what a strike. So that was the end of the challenges. We thought we were pretty much done. Then Toby said he's got a little sort of like half challenge thing for us. And that was the briefcases. So we did we worked out who was the worst off. I think at this point it was Blues had $4,000, we had 2, and Red had 2. So we did rock, paper, scissors, and we ended up so who could go first. So the red team ended up going first. So we didn't know it. Obviously, we didn't know what was in the briefcases. We thought it could have been generally like something in there, not just a card saying what it was. But obviously, it turned out that one was £2,000, one was squashies, and one was an iPad Pro. So they went up first. They ended up taking the iPad. And then at this point, me and Ben had a discussion on the sidelines. He said, "Look, you can do it. You need a redemption arc in this video. Go and get us a big prize because you've been shit." And I was like, "All right, fair enough." So he said last thing he said to me before I went up, "Don't change your mind from what it was." And I eyed up the left one, left as it was for me, the whole time. So I was like, I can't bottle it now and go middle. And then it turned out, which this sounds, I didn't think it was that bad at the time, until Ben said to me afterwards, and you realise, I had a 50-50 between 2,000 Great British pounds and some bags of sweets. And I unknowingly chose the bags of sweets. Yep. So I thought, I was still happy with the prize. Like I said it in the video, I didn't need anything. I didn't need anything to, say it was a good day. I wasn't going to walk away disappointed because I didn't win. I said it in the BTS as well. Toby came up to me and was like, "How much do you want to win?" I was like, "I honestly don't care." He offered me a tenner. I was like, "Yeah, honestly, I'll take the tenner. Everything's a bonus." I didn't need a prize, so I wasn't bothered. But it's so bad when you look at it that way. I literally had a 50-50 between some sweets and £2,000, and I effectively chose the wrong option. That is when you look at it that way, but that is so poor from me. That Ben's never. As he's told me before, he said I'm never getting to live that down. Because it's not just. It's not like I lost it. I lost him £1,000 because he didn't even take any of the sweets. He said, "Oh, he didn't." I said to him, "Do you want to split the sweets? We'll count how many bags we got." And he said, "No, I haven't got a bag to carry them all. I've got to get the train. So you just take them." So he got nothing out of that deal. So effectively, I cost him £1,000 and got myself 20 bags or so squashies or however many there was.
Interesting.
Oh God. Yeah, and then obviously blue team went up, last one left. That's when it turned out it was £2,000, and the realisation hit them. But then there was quite a bit of banter off camera at this point that we'd had a howler. We were happy with what we got. We weren't ungrateful or anything. We were really happy with what we had. But there was a lot of shouts. I think just a bit in the video, JJ says, "Enjoy your diabetes," and it was Harry laughing when we were going for everyone's prizes. Harry was saying we had a howler. So then I don't know if it was out of sympathy at that point. Toby came over with a pair of AirPods and said we can take them as well. Which I think might have been a bit of sympathy because there was quite a lot of jokes going back and forth that we'd had a hooner. But like I said, I said it at the end of the video and I stand by it now. And I didn't need any, I was happy enough just being there and being in the video. That on its own was mental enough for me. So I didn't need all this. I didn't need anything extra as well as that. So if you told me I said it multiple times throughout the day as well. I didn't need anything. So if you're telling me however many loads of squashies, AirPods, phone, and $2,000, unbelievable. So that's pretty much the run through of the day by day. You got anything else? Obviously you're somebody who watched the video. I don't know.
Yeah.
So have you got any other things? Any questions about it?
Not really. It's just it is interesting though. How long you're obviously there for? Obviously you're there for you said it was close to 4 hours. Essentially.
5 hours or so.
4 or 5 hours for 55 minutes worth of footage. It must.
Yeah.
I can imagine it could be quite a draining process at times.
To be honest, no. It was just so much fun the whole day.
Yeah.
I'd say it was quite. It was awkward and nervous, but at the same time, so much fun. I think.
But to be fair, that's understandable.
Yeah, definitely grew into it throughout the day. You sent the way I stand at the start, man. It's so cringy. I hated watching that back.
Yeah, but then again, as the video goes on, you can see you're getting more into your shell a bit more. Because it's natural, really.
Thing is, for me as well, I have a thing of I don't know what to do with my hands if I can't put them in my pockets when I'm standing up. And I have my phone in one pocket, a mic in the other one. So I was I don't want to mess with the mic, so I can't put my hands in my pockets. So then I'm stuck that, and then I'm I don't know what to do with my hands then, so I just had them awkwardly by my sides, and or behind my back. I had them crossed for 80% of the video because I just don't know what to do with them.
I'm pretty sure at times during the video I did hear the mics cut at times, scratching about, and obviously scratching about at the mics is understandable really, but there was times where they dipped in and out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there was 13 people on mic, so obviously if we talk over each other, it would have fucked the levels up on that. But yeah, I didn't know what to do. And then this mustard suit doesn't have any pockets, and I couldn't get. And it's now, even if I wanted to put my hands in my pockets, I now can't because this goes down past my trousers. Yeah. So I then had the whole day. So I spent 80% of the day with my arms like this because I didn't know what else to do with them. It's just a weird. Should have
just glued your arms together.
Yeah, so that was one of the main reasons I was looking awkward the whole time, because I didn't know what to do with my arms, and that is a weird thing I have when I can't put my hands in my pockets.
Oh well, it was an enjoyable day, and I think that's
yeah, but
clearly
generally
visible.
As well. I said this. Me and Ben said this. We were walking back to the station afterwards. So we thought you think of how many people are going to be there. Obviously, the boys, the other fans, all the crew, and that. We generally thought there's going to be at least one person that's just a bit of a dickhead and we don't like. But genuinely, every single person there was so lovely, made the day. The fans were brilliant. We got on really well with everyone. We all had such a great time. The boys were all exactly how you'd expect them to be, same as they were on camera. Everyone in the crew was so welcoming and really nice. Made the day quite a far bit easier for us and made the experience a bit more enjoyable. So if anyone is watching this, thank you for that.
Interesting.
So what else now have we got? I suppose I'll do a special shout actually doing that. John, the cameraman, he was with us all day. He was our assigned cameraman. I think we spoke to him the most out of anybody. Generally one of the nicest people I ever spoke to.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah. So should we go for a bit of reaction to it? Because it's been out, what did I say, it was 18 hours or something at the point of this?
Well, it got out 8 o'clock last night, so it's been out, not far off. It's been out not that long really.
So I'm just clearing all my notifications.
Because you're famous now.
Yeah, I did a bit of a banger tweet, didn't I? So
yeah. But yeah, we can do a bit of reaction. I want to kind of wrap it up in a bit, about 5 or 10 minutes or so. Well, 5 minutes or so.
How long have we been going for?
Not a clue. I've not been timing it, but.
Oh shit. Oh well.
To be fair, we didn't start till about 20 past because I've been transfixed trying to sort out this bloody booking, which has now been removed. So I don't have to go in.
I think if we go through the react, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to. If there is anything else, I'll put it on social media or something.
We'll let Rob address this. We'll let him take. Let him take the reins of our social media for this week. It's probably the best idea for him to do that.
Yeah. Well, I say I'll ramp up on the reaction, and like I say, if I forget anything else, I'll make a point of putting it out on social media. I'll try and spread it as far as I can.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest way.
But generally, for me, I was kind of indifferent in the week because I was kind of like, I didn't know how the reaction would be. I just assumed it wasn't going to be very good because
it's clearly gone down well.
Because I knew it was going to be quite awkward. Obviously, like I said, I've already addressed people saying there were a lot of comments, and rightly so, to the fact that it was quite awkward. So I've kind of, hopefully now I've given a bit more context behind that. People will understand from our point of view a bit more. But generally for me, it's been far more positive than I thought. Like I said, as I already said, I'm a bit of a saddo, so I was scrolling through the comments trying to see if people like me or not for about half an hour last night, and the vast majority of all comments I saw were so nice. So many people. Apparently, I didn't think I was that funny in the video, but apparently people really liked my humour.
People's different sense of humours.
Yeah, I thought, yeah. But apparently I was really funny. Apparently people really enjoyed it. A lot of people thought I added something to the video. There was so many nice comments. I had about 15 different comparison people saying that I had Stephen Try's vibes, which I don't know where you've got that from, but I will take the compliment. I would certainly take the compliment. Because we all know how good he is when he's in the Sidemen videos, so I will happily take that. I mean, it was generally so nice just scrolling through. A lot of people as well said they loved me and Josh in the interview. They said we worked well with good chemistry in the interviews, because some of our interviews were just funny. We broke into football analogies that didn't make sense for no reason. Like my manager one. Like, manager's going to lose his job. Who's the manager? Josh stitched me up by asking me who the manager was. And I was just like, don't know, me. Oh, shambles. Just that awkward humour.
Yep. But that's what makes a Sidemen video at times, which is good.
I'd say I went through, I replied to a couple of just reading through, but generally I've seen so many nice comments. I've had a couple of messages and stuff as well. And even on my Twitter and that, I've had people reply and saying they really enjoyed me in the video. So if anyone watching this or anyone who enjoyed the video, I hope everyone who watches this enjoyed the video if you've seen it. Hopefully I wasn't too irritating. To anyone that's said a nice comment or even just thought something nice, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but what I will very say, irritable.
One of my favourite comment I saw is that I was saying to you this earlier when I was going through. I'll see if I got the screen. I screenshotted this one and sent it. That's because I found it quite funny. Let me see if I can find it.
This won't take long. Well, no, we got it.
Yeah. They need to do a 20v1 for the mustard guy. Would be so funny. That would be absolutely horrible. But if you and it would get no views and it would be a horrible experience. But if this is Sidemen, if you're watching, I'm down if you are. I'll suffer myself through
I want to see this now. I kind of really want to see this. Mm-hmm. But it's whether it ever happens or not is another matter. But we'll see. But there we go. That's basically a bit more of what goes on behind the scenes in the Sidemen shoot. It's a very different episode to our normal sporting stance that we normally go for. But I feel it was worth going this extra mile for this week, and considering we've missed last week and we're expecting this one, well, I say we're expecting it to do well, it should do better.
Well, I thought it'd be interesting for people to find out, because exactly, you've got the BTS, but obviously I've been on one. I can tell you even the BTS doesn't give you the full thing of how it works. So I'll kind of finish it the same way I started it. Really, there's also one thing I haven't mentioned. Uncle Toby, brilliant character, by the way. Hopefully, Toby, please do that. If you watch this, Toby, please do that again at some point.
Is he going to watch this, though?
Maybe. You never know.
Well, is this our claim to becoming semi-famous, sort of?
No, you're just here by association.
No, I started this podcast, I think you'll find, so...
Well, I've had at least 2 comments saying they want me back, so there you go. Never going to happen, but...
Well, I am the face of this podcast and always will be. Yeah. I do everything, so...
I'll wrap it up the way I started it, then I'll just say, once again, big thank you to everybody involved on the shoot on the day, all the crew, all the boys, the other fans and that. It was generally so much fun, such a mental experience, and everybody there made it so much that bit better for me. And everyone, shout out to all the crew and that behind the scenes putting it together. Really good video. Like, people don't even you don't understand from the BTS and that. The crew were there from early as well. Yeah. I got there about 1:00. They'd been there. I think they said they'd been there 2 or 3 hours already setting up. They were there. It was an all-day slog for them, and they put it together so well and edited really well and together. Everybody did such a good job, and I think the video turned out quite well in the end. Yeah,
I'd also like to give a shout out to Jake, for not turning up, but he's also the greatest of all time. He'll thank me for putting that in. Because otherwise I'll get moaned and he'll probably leave.
Darts, hasn't he?
He has been at the darts. He's been getting pissed out of his mind at Butlins.
Different, yeah.
We've all had different experiences this week.
There's now now two different videos on the internet that I've got this mustard costume on now.
Listen, it's been a very varying week for all of us. You've been on a Sidemen shoot. Jake's been at the darts in Butlins. I've been to Preston Bournemouth.
Yep, there you go. But
I got to see Scott Parker Lugie's rag, so there's happy days on my part.
Yeah,
and a first class upgrade.
There you go.
Standard Premier.
Such a mental experience. It's just a once in a lifetime thing, because despite what some comments, realistically, never going to do another video again. So,
well, you never know. You can't rule it out.
Well, yeah, I suppose technically you can't rule it out.
But you
can.
Yeah, you can, but can't. But
I'm happy with I'm happy that I've seemed to have entertained more people than I've annoyed, which for me that was kind of the only thing I was kind of worried about. So if I've entertained, if I've added something to the video, which a lot of people have told me I have, and commented saying I have done, I'm happy. So hopefully people found this interesting as well, finding a bit more what it was like there on the day, speaking from our point of view.
Well, your point of view, not mine. I'm just here because I have to host.
Hopefully I've also not crossed any boundaries that's going to get me sued.
Well, you're paying our legal fees. I am not being part of this whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I've been all right. I think hopefully I've been quite.
I don't think we've said anything controversial.
Hopefully people have found it quite entertaining. What the day was from my point of view.
Yep. Oh well. I think it's time we round up because I want to go back home. And go to sleep because I'm bored. But anyway, that's basically a run through of how a Sidemen shoot goes behind the scenes and stuff. Well, behind the scenes, essentially.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching the HMB podcast. It'll be back to sporting content next week, I'm afraid.
Yeah, back to the usual shite next week.
Down to about 10 views next week as well. I would have thought.
I'd have had my week. You've
had your week of fame. Get yourself back down onto planet Earth.
That's the thing with Sidemen Sundays. They're every week, so I'm milking. That's why. And people see it on my social media from during the week and this podcast. You best fucking believe I'm going to milk it as long as I can, because it's only going to last a week.
He will milk it. But
next week's video will probably go out and be better than this. So I'm milking the shit out of it while I can.
Every single member while you can.
Exactly.
But anyway, it's time to wrap things up. It's a pleasure to bring you this episode, even though I've not done anything.
Yeah.
But it's I'm still part of this podcast, and I'm still the face, and I'm the greatest of all time. Goodbye.
Lovely. Thank you to everyone that watched the video and said something nice.